It's Champions League final day, and I've got on my best hoodie, and we have a chance of beating Bayern Munich and claiming our first Champions League title. I'm pretty damn nervous. Hi guys, what are you? Welcome back. Episode 79 of Oldham to Home, and it is Champions League final day against Bayern Munich. And yes, before we get into the video, can I please ask you to subscribe to this channel if you're not already? Tap that bell notification as well and smash a like on this video. The more subscriptions and the more likes, the more chance we have of beating Bayern Munich. Anyway, having a look at the schedule, we finished off the Premier League with a 1-1 draw to Bournemouth, a 5-1 pumping of Chelsea. They scored after 4 minutes, and I was like, oh god, this is gone. But then Bruce Bowl came back with a hat-trick, and one from Kanichak, Romenka, and Mark Beresford. We then lost 1-0 to Newcastle on the final day, with Signoni being sent off. But at that point, it didn't really make a difference. We had already confirmed third, so it wasn't a huge issue. The table finished like this: Palace, Bournemouth going down. Obviously, yeah, Villa, Arsenal, us, City, Newcastle, Wolves, Tottenham, and Manchester United. But it is time for the big one now. It is time to play Bayern Munich. Let's just have a quick look at Bayern Munich. Just the overall. Let's have a look. Who is, okay, key player? Leon Goretzka, and, okay, so I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They've still got some players there who we know, so we won't go too much into that. So here is the squad for today. It is Yunus in goal, Musa, Rashad, Guerrero, Lanz, Lafiti, Signoni, Sorensen, Hasek, Alberts, and Bruchel. Possibly, I think, our best squad. Adamida on the bench. Kanichak Romenka was injured, but he's got injections. I gave Jimenez injections as well, but he's probably not going to play. Benny Kudo's tired, but he's got to play. It's the Champions League final. Mark Beresford on the bench, who has had a pretty good season, although his stats are going down. He's played 7 Premier League games, got his first goal against Chelsea, 3 Cup Continental games, 3 Cup games, and 7 Champions League games for 3 starts, 14 off the bench, and 3 goals. So not too bad from the young man. He is only 20. I am hoping he's going to, just keep going. Just keep going. Keep going, boy. Keep going. Although his star rating is starting to fall a little bit. Could only get 3.5 rating there. But enough from Mark Beresford. Let's get into this game. We'll have to wrap up the season at the end of this as well. We will play the game on extended highlights, as it is a Champions League final, and it is the only one for the day. We've been caught in our first early highlight and haven't even managed to change back to our regular stuff for extended highlights, dropping the speed down as well. So let's get that all sorted, hey, before we score our first goal. Oh, Bruce Ball just going wide. We could have been 1-0 under 5 minutes. That is Melier in goal for Bayern Munich, of course, yes. Coming out from the back here, Bayern Munich now. Wanner. I thought it said Warner there, but it's Wanner. Bayern Munich pushing forward. They are huge favourites today, and the board and fans both expect us to lose this game. It would be nice to win, but obviously in the fact that I am trying to go for the double treble before we finish this save, and the fact that we haven't won the FA Cup or the league this year sort of makes this one, a bit of a not a dud game. If you know what I mean, but it's a chance for us to get some Champions League experience if we don't win the next game. But that is a great ball. But Yunus, I don't know what the Bayern Munich player was doing there. He was just running next to the ball. Alphonso Davies back to Melier. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce that defender's last name, but Lafiti licks the ball. Nicks the ball. Alberts, Bruce Ball! Alexander Bruce Ball. 29th goal of the season. Oh yeah, 1-0 up after 11 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. That is why this team is good. It is really, really good. I'm really excited about it. We've got a corner here. It is Alberts now. Whips the ball in. Rashad. Oh. goes wide. I mean, the oldest player in here, I think, is like Signoni, I feel like, and he's like 26 or something. Oh, we're going to be really, really good in like 3 years' time. Hasek, Alberts, and we are just absolutely stretching behind at the moment. Scally, though, good intervention. Pretty ballsy from him on a yellow in the penalty box. And now he drives forward, but Alberts takes the ball back off him now and goes back to his left-hand side partner, Lands, who pushes forward. Bruchel with a header there. Alberts now with the corner. Can we find Guerrero's head? No, we can't. Sorensen, though. Signoni, is he going to have a pop? He does it, hits a Bayern Munich player, and still not going to even attempt that guy's last name. Now, Bayern on the counter, but the highlight ends, and it is all one-way traffic with Oldham Athletic at the moment. Bruchel can't get that header, and Bayern now on a counter, but Sorensen is back there nicely, tracking back Musa all the way over to his wing-back or full-back counterpart. Lafiti now on the ball. Goes all the way back to Yunus. Yunus to Rashad. To Yunus. Guerrero. Lands loses the ball to Wanner, but Wanner picks it up nicely. Finds Scally, the man on the yellow. But that was close then. I thought we had it covered and we lost it. Another highlight. I forget when it's on extended. We just get so many, but it is half an hour into his game, and Bayern looks shocked, I think. Absolutely shocked at how this is when they score. Oh, that's a great intervention there from Rashad. I mean, we took an early lead, and we've dominated all the play, and that's one of their first sort of chances there. As you can see, Bayern Munich with one shot on target so far. Rashad Sorensen, that's a great ball to Bruchel. Bruchel doesn't miss from there, but I think he might be offside. Referee's like, hello, is he offside? No, we are going toward the goal. Then Bruchel with a double, and his 30th of the season. Musa, could we grab a third before halftime? That would be absolutely disgusting, and that would be, I think, Bayern out of this Champions League, but they are not down and out yet. But Yunus, all the time in the world, and does a dramatic dive for effect. Hopefully eat up the clock. Signoni now. It's a good ball. Sorensen couldn't quite get it as he was swamped by some Bayern players. Wanner now to the guy who I'm not even going to bother saying his name. Kowalski. Benjamin Brimbasha. He scores to get Bayern back in this. Yes, I did say it was all one-way traffic, but you cannot discount a team like Bayern Munich. Or if they get another one here, they've really got it back with a little sniff. Another one here would be disastrous for Oldham. Kowalski. Davies. It's not Kowalski, is it? Kozolski. Rashad headers away. Hasek, just get the ball out of there. Alberts now. What's he going to do? Signoni and Lafiti, that midfield dynamic duo from Oldham, who just are amazing. Hasek driving run. Signoni, Bruchel, hat-trick. Is he offside? The refs goes finger in his ear. He says, I think we're going to award another one. I think we did just definitely give this guy a Champions League final hat-trick. Alexander Bruchel, the Swiss striker, has bagged a first half hat-trick, and that stuns Bayern Munich just as they were getting back into this. Make sure we're seeing things out and ensure our hands are on the bloody trophy. Would you say that Oldham have one hand on the trophy? I think we do. I think we've got one hand on this trophy. Musa, driving. Finds Lafiti in the middle of the park. Alberts now lands on this left-hand side, back in the middle, but Scally. And moves it forward, and the highlight ends. I mean, we have one hand on this trophy at this point. 3-1 up. 3-1 up. Alexander Bruchel hat-trick in the final. Musa, I feel like he's been good today, He's on a 7. That's good. Bruchel. Scally is like... He doesn't care he's on a yellow or doing like tackles like that in the box. Hasek now lands. It is Oldham pushing for a bloody fourth, and Alberts fires it over the crossbar. Wow, it is all go, and it is all Oldham this second half. They've come out of the blocks this second half again, but Bayern now. Yunus, that's a great save. He was offside though, Thomas. There's a free kick, lands now. He loses the ball to Wanner, but Alberts is there. And that's what this Oldham team do so well. They back each other up. Musa now, the captain. It's a great cross. Bruce Ball looking for 4 in a Champions League final. Surely there's been a hat-trick in a Champions League final. I will have to double check that. Musa, Sorensen. Oh, he just dallied on the ball just a bit too much. Couldn't cut it back into here to find someone, but we do win the corner with Alberts now. Hoofs it, and it's headed away. Substitution. Hasek has had a poor game, as has Lafiti. It's not 6.9, so it's not too bad, but Hasek would probably be the man coming off. And definitely having a look at some people like Kani Chukwuemeka, who might be leaving in the summer, maybe. That's a dangerous tackle, but the referee plays on. Signori now as Bayern scoop up loose possession, and Scally, probably one of Bayern's best players, I would say, so far, but he is dispossessed. But we lose it. Oh, it's a good save. That is a good save from Eunice, the man who have had question marks over all season. Wanner now whips it in. Eunice claims it. Having a look at the team and where to improve, I'm not sure there was too much to improve. And it may be a case of during the summer we don't spend a lot of money. We just sort of, I say this, I'm going to spend. I'm going to find some shiny new player, but we just sort of maybe clear out a bit of, some players who haven't quite cut it this season, like the likes of Adamida leaving, his contract expiring, Kani Chukwuemeka maybe, and then just pushing some younger players through. Maybe that's a plan. I've got a highlight here. I was going to make some substitutions. Maybe we'll see out this highlight and see what happens. But I am looking at the likes of Hasek, Lafiti to potentially come off at the moment. They're not playing well. And we've got some players who would like to bring on for a Champions League final. Adamida, Kani Chukwuemeka, Benny Kuto, Brimbasha. Has he made it too for Bayern? And are they back in this? It's offside. Bruce Ball's been offside twice this game, and they've been allowed. And what is this eye out? Oh, it is all coming up Oldham. Right, substitutions, 6.6 for Hasek. We are going to bring on Kani Chukwuemeka for Hasek. Lafiti on a yellow, and playing okay. But we will bring on Krisic for him there. Other than that, we're just going to leave it at the moment, and we'll probably go another 5 minutes, I reckon, before we make these emotional substitutions of the likes of Adamida, Benny Kuto. They would be. Beresford's going to get a medal, despite not playing. I wish you could just bring him all. There's my phone going off because I don't have it on silent. How professional. Anyway, Bayern out. Can they get back into this game? It doesn't look like it. They look absolutely shot. The bereft of ideas. And Oldham just looks so calm, comfortable, composed. That wasn't as composed, calm and comfortable as I had hoped. But anyway, Krisic, Chukwuemeka now. The man who won us our FA Cup. If you remember back to that season in our first year in the Premier League, where Chelsea had just terminated his contract. We snapped him up, and he was instrumental in beating Chelsea in the FA Cup final, if memory serves me correctly. As the ball come out now, and it is Kani Chukwuemeka, Rashad. Back to Signori. Just eating up the clock here. All good, right. Last couple of substitutions coming on. It is going to be Benny Kuto coming on for Lands. He's had a good game. Adamida will come off on for Alberts. And who else? Probably Beresford. A little bit like, but he's young. Everyone else is probably going to stay here. Probably Bruce Ball. He's got his hat-trick. He's played well. He is going to get man of the match. Adamida will leave in the summer after winning the FA Cup with us. and the Europa League in that year. He was amazing in that Europa League year. Only scored 3 Premier League goals that year. But you have a look at his Euro stats. I think he was a top goal scorer in the Europa League that year. So are we? I think we are. Definitely one hand on the trophy. It has been a bit of a quiet second half, but when you're 3-1 up, it's all done and dusted. And definitely we almost have 2 hands on the trophy at this point in time. You cannot see Bayern Munich coming back from here. Oldham just look so good, although good stuff. And Benny Couto, what a story. National League North player when we started this, and now going to get to lift the Champions League trophy. Oh, that's what stories are about in football. Here it is. Oh, we're not quite done. We're not quite done yet. We are not quite done yet. Krisic finds Guerrero, finds Benny Couto. Does he get an assist in him? Krisic. Signoni has a pop, and it goes out. That's all right. It's over. There it is. We have won the Champions League final. The music plays. Hopefully it's picking up. We'll just crank it up. There's me in my polo, because that's all I wear is just a polo, even for a cup. Ah, amazing. And there it is, an Alexander Bruce-Ball hat-trick. He is man of the match. Well done, boys. What? Oh, I thought they'd be a little bit happier than that, but anyway. Sorry, guys. Here it is, Oldham celebrated double. I forgot we won the Community Shield as well. We get 17 million for that, and the medals get paid out here. 15 appearances for Eunice. Oh, James Trafford made no appearances and get a Champions League medal. He is actually going to leave because it was 8 million if we won the Premier League and we didn't. So he is going to go back to Manchester City after playing 1 league game for us and 7 cup games. So, but here is Benny Couto getting a trophy. Who got the goals? Bruce Bowl, obviously. Fans are happy. Yeah, we knew that. Bruce Bowl was absolutely amazing. A hat trick. Yep. Money. Overachievers are us. We've won the Champions Flipping League. 2nd European trophy for Oldham. Let's build on this. Let's go check out the season review and go through the squad planner. One thing that I also want to point out as well, I've had John Eberell as well as my assistant manager since day one. Like, milestones, he's just got none because we don't even have the date, but he has been assistant manager for me from the get-go. Never changed him. Always done a great job. 4 players in the Champions League dream team: Guerrero, Sorensen, Alberts and Bruchball, obviously. And we've got some other awards here for various things. Champions League winners: goalkeeper Eunice Kocher, 3rd, Guerrero, 2nd best defender. There's Joe Scally, there's that Bayern Munich player. He's a USA, he's actually a real person. Love it. Midfielders: Alberts, Hasek, and the striker Bruchball gets 3rd. Players pulled up, come on. Oh, Paddy Casanova is the Australian manager. Get in. Love it. Right, come on. End of season review. And here we are. The double, the Champions League and the Community Shield. Is our 2 trophies this season. Let's go and have a look at the new arrivals. Here they are. Jose Carlos getting signing of the season. C-. You give him a C-. He got signing of the season. He was outstanding. 30 goal contributions. You're kidding. James Trafford gets a B+, obviously. Mark Olivier Chedu was good, 9.5 million. This kid's going to be really something special. David Guerrero gets a C, 58 million. It cost me, but okay, rating wasn't great. He's 21 though, and he was also in the Champions League dream team. Boubacar Cissé, they give me a D. 1 million extra fees. Calm down, guys. Elliot Rashad, 18 million. He was good too. Adrian Debijadi, I think they give him a 7.5 and he wasn't great. Zeman gets an F. Far out. I always like to check the transfers out as well and see how they went. C, B minus, B, C, B, B minus, D. Never happy, are they? Never. Robson Brown, give me a B minus. How'd he go? Not really good. A few of these players out didn't even play a game. Magnus Norman, that's disappointing. A couple of releases there. Were they loans? They might be loans. Oh no, because that would be loans out. Augustus Vasquez. Yeah, it is comforting when you do send some of these players out and they don't actually play that well. 27 million there for Christos. Makes 18 appearances. Callum Jones was good for Shrewsbury. Jose Bellman, remember him? Got him on a free and out. I'm not going to check the loans out because that's a bit boring. Premier League, we get a C+. We get a C+ because the expectation was to qualify for the Champions League. And we did. That's ridiculous. We get an A+ here. C+ for the FA Cup. C+ for the Carabao Cup. And this B- for the Community Shield. You should get a B for this because we won it. That's ridiculous. I mean, an A. Sorry, you should get an A for that. Biggest win, 8-0 against Reading. Match, remember, 2-0 over Arsenal. Finances, we are a worldwide 4.5-star club. Money is through the roof because of Champions League money, which we didn't have last year. Sorensen, Bruce Signori, Hezekiah, and Lafiti are selling shirts. How we lined up? Yunus, Lanz, Rashad, pretty much the team that went out there for that Champions League final. The accolades, Sorensen, fans player of the season, Jose Carlos, Magnus Signori, top goal scorer, most assists, yada, 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 competition winners, UEFA European Golden Boy, Guerrero, forgot about that, highest transfer fee paid and received, and youngest goal scorer, Martin Zeman. History in the making, there it is, and a dynamic timeline. Dynamic. Angus Gunn is retiring. Okay, sure, mate. You can retire. Best 11. David Hassick moves into there. Oh, where are they now? I love going through these, but I am not going to take up too much of your time going through this here with like the best 11 and stuff because I could just sit here for hours doing this. Yeah, the where are they now from 2024? Yeah, I could spend hours doing this. Hardcore and core are down, but fair weather and casual are up. We've got the expectations, all that kind of stuff. Right, let's just have a quick check of the squad plan at the moment. So we're definitely going to need a backup goalkeeper unless we pull the trigger and get James Trafford. I don't know. We'll see. Or alternatively, is Yunus Kocher the man? 3 stars. It's not going to get any better. No, but pretty happy there otherwise. Right back, I think we're good with the likes of Musa and Ortega coming through. We have Krisic to cover there as well. Left back, we have obviously Lanz and Benny Couto, and Ortega and Krisic can cover. Centre back, we're covered as good. I don't know why Camargo's here. He's no longer playing for us. We've got 4 really good ones here. I don't know why we've got these 2 here, but it should be Jimenez, Fenlon, Rashad, Guerrero, and obviously we've got Ruthies there as well, who can cover. A lot of these players are wanted. Peter Fenlon upset about game time. We'll see what happens there. The midfield, Signori, Lafiti just drive this thing forever. Krisic we've got there as well. Sensoi, Ruthies, Thise and Cheju there as well. We've got a really, really good midfield. Alan Phillips here is a youngster as well. On the right, we've got Sorensen, Galvez, Adrian. I mean, what more can I say? And we've got this young kid as well, Omari Mufumi. Looks pretty decent. Slovakian international already. He went out on loan. And we've got Zeman as well. So we are stacked on the wings here as well with Beresford, Alberts. Ilianov's probably going to go. Jose Carlos. And up front, I like the fact that we've got, despite having Bruchball there as well, we do have the likes of Jose Carlos who can come straight back in there. And we've got, obviously, young players here. Passeum probably will go. And Radjic as well, maybe. I don't know. But what to that? I think we look pretty good next season. And I think it is just a case of clearing out some of the players who are, a little bit iffy. Kani Chukwuemeka doesn't expire yet. A couple more years, he may go. Thought about Jose Njogang as well. This guy's really good. A lot of potential. Ruben Cunha as well for behind the striker. So we are stacked. So it's probably just a case of moving along some of those players who don't quite fit, and they're just getting some more youngsters in. That is the plan. Have the board given me finances? I think they have. It's not great. 61 million there, and not a lot of wage budget to move on. So there's some stuff to move around there. But there it is, guys. That season has ended with a Champions League win. But I am trying to go for the double treble. Let me know if that's something you want to see. I don't feel that ending it on this one here. Yes, we've won the Premier League. Yes, we've won the FA Cup. Yes, we've won the Champions League, but they've all been staggered. I'd like to do all three together at least once. Remember, the aim was to make this the biggest club in the Manchester area, and with City and United both having a treble, I think we need to do at least 2 trebles. That's the plan. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you're not subscribed, if you could, win me a lot, and I will catch you guys for the beginning of the next season. See you then. Bye.